stop drinking from the algorithm fire hose, which are really like the image.
So we all know the feeling when we were younger in the summer, and you try to drink from the fountain, and it just it's more than you can handle. And to be serious for a moment, a lot of the problems for people I see these days is exactly this information and media fire hose. So these crappy things take so much attention, and each of the platforms you are taking part of or you are using is designed in many, many, many iterations to take the most of your attention. We talked about the angry things today and the count. All of this shit, it's still a fire hose, but it's not disposing water. I'm not saying like that. And one of the things, there's a couple of people I know who really had problems in their day-to-day life because they didn't realize where one major source of stress, of unhappiness is coming from. And so when you're surrounded every day, every time you take a dump and you scroll through TikTok, oh, they are doing vacations, they are doing of course, you're feeling like an imposter at some points because your brain connects the current post with the last post and doesn't really see the time in it. So, every day he's doing something amazing. No, there's 6 months because he needed to edit his shitty Thailand vacation. Just an example. But this kind of impression. So everybody has their shit together. I'm the one who, no. So you're not an imposter. You're just drinking from a fire hose of shit. No, that's one thing, one problem. Two is that a lot of these networks, I'm looking specifically at LinkedIn and this business grind set, we're going to be so many claims and, I found the wisdom. Yeah, so what? You posted the same thing 3 weeks ago, but you don't remember what you're posting. So the more you step away from this, the more you can focus on what actually you want to do with your life, because you're living your own life. You're not in competition with these guys and gals who do try this. So my recommendation is use social media the way it's intended, which is for cat pictures and cartoons. Yes, things you like. So the way my life got better when I just blocked every arsehole on social media. And these days, the feed, there is no vacation pictures, there is no inspiring and blah, blah, blah. No, for me, it's cat pictures, it's cartoons. Yes, there's a bit of 3D printing as a topic in there, but it's used.
Yeah, but it's what you're excited about. Yeah. It's not to compare yourself to someone else, right?
Because the stuff I'm printing, the people, I'm not comparing myself down to Jesse or something. But yeah, it's the things that I'm interested in, that I'm enjoying, and very much go the thing you enjoy. If it makes you angry, why are you doing this? And
it feels good to learn from it, actually. Yeah. I'm doing that with bread and cooking right now because guess what? When you're doing project, your wife has to work, and you. So now I'm the guy taking care of that, and it feels good to learn something new from someone else. You know, and it's not comparing myself to someone else.
Yeah, and when you're stepping away from the noise and the angry people for a time, you realize that social media does have its benefits. Cooking, there's a few of those as well. So trying stuff that I haven't seen that ever. Let's try this. Yes, and you get the playfulness back. But this depends on you blocking the bullshit.
Yeah.
And so this is this overexposure, this noise thing, the eternal scroll. The faster you get away from that, the better. You can block it. You can filter that. Do that.
Yeah.
But aside from the networks of all these wonderful people who only have our best interests in heart, like Satya Nadella and Mark Zuckerberg, and the other one, the one who doesn't have his hands under control, Arsenal, they don't. These companies aren't there to make your objective. So you have to resist that a bit. It's not a big work. It's going to take a bit of time. But when you're scrolling your social media feeds and you get angry, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And
that's a good way to check in.
So depending where you're scrolling, how strong you push, this is an indicator.
And you know, it's like also usually it's because you're also giving another alternative by self-journaling. I think creating your own feed.
Yes,
it's something that could be.
And that's the actual 10K advice. Use a bloody RSS reader. So for people, not knowing this term, RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication, and it's an old web technology. So we're talking 90s old. And basically, it's so to the VFX guys, it's quite easy. It's an XML file with a date on it. And you have a software who asks that's every day or every hour or whatever. And so you get the content that's new, and your RSS reader software tells you, okay, you've seen that and you haven't seen this. So you only get the stuff that's new, and you can just go through it like a mailbox, basically. But what's the amazing thing about is it's not just mail. You can use RSS Reader to follow YouTube feeds, Reddit, newspapers. Ideally, all of you would follow the Digital Production feed. Just saying. You can follow other newspapers. So if you're a VFX, Vincent from Art of VFX does a very good one. CG Record. All of these sites have RSS feeds. Some have different versions where you have for certain topics, and this thing all filters into one software, gets stripped of all layout, and you just read one after the other. So it's not flashy. There's no pop-ups or anything. This is just text, picture, link to videos. Yes, but this is just how you want it, and you navigate it by you can go the mouse route, or you can just use JK, like from every editing software, and you're just scrolling chuck, and this is extremely fast, and you have a good overview, and you see all that's happening on those sites. It's not an algorithm who decides what you see and what you don't see. And for example, for news, and everybody should read some news at least, you'd actually get the overview and not what LinkedIn is pushing these days. You get the whole stuff, and you sort it by whatever criteria you want, the newest, the oldest, whatever. When you start out, you're going to have a few hundred because it's going to pull all the old stuff that's in the XML file. But once you've got through the first hump, and you can just mark everything red and done, and I do this very often with a couple of people who post a shit ton. And when I'm, for example, Reddit posts are a good example. There's a couple of subreddits that are quite good, but boy, do these people have too much time on their end. Oh, there's 600 new entries in. Yes, it's the 3D printing group.
So even the Reddit has RSS feed?
Yes.
Interesting.
And depending on the RSS reader you use, you can just pull it in, or you have to go to one step where you add .xml or something to the URL from the subreddit. And it's quite easy. And so the one I'm talking about, INO Reader, it's called INO Reader. Many others are available. Many others, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So Shift A and the 600 entries for the 3D printing group are just marked as red. So this is the moment you're feeling stressed by the news. Oh, it's too much, or I've been on vacation for a week, and it's thousands and thousands and thousands of things. Mark all as red. It's the easiest way to a zero inbox you can. And there's many other things you can get feeds for. DeviantArt has feeds for single artists, Blue Sky and Mastodon and Tumblr and all of these things that are depending on you to look at it each day or you miss something. No, the feed is always there. And when you're not in the mood for it because it's a hectic day or you're whatever, for what reason, if you don't look at it for a couple of days, it just accumulates. It doesn't judge you. You're not missing anything. It's just there. And if you want to, you can look at it. If you don't want to look at it, mark as red. And this is the way to consume a load of news. This is something that all actual journalists have in one way or another, because it's the only way to drink from the fire hose without drowning.